What is up, gamers, and welcome back to my first video of 2023. Welcome back? Whatever. Who cares? You know what? I don't care. This is my first video of 2023. I had a Christmas video planned, didn't make the mark. This is gonna be like a New Year's video, didn't make the mark. I haven't uploaded since like November or October. Whatever. It's fine. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna be way more consistent because here today I wanted to talk to you about a certain kind of movie, and that is musicals. Okay, so here's the story. Over Christmas break, I had all my friends back from college, and well, two of my friends. Yeah, that's pretty much like what two real close IRL friends. They're back from college, and we hung out a lot. And one thing we did was we saw Wonka, and it was way better than I thought. I'll admit I did not have high hopes for Timothy Chalamet. He kind of knocked it out of the park. I mean, yeah. But here's the thing: Wonka is a musical, but a lot of people didn't know that. And then just recently, Mean Girls came out in theaters, and that was a musical, and a lot of people didn't know that. And I have to wonder why. Because, I mean, surely a musical would be advertised as a musical, right? Maybe not. I went into Wonka knowing that it was musical. But one of the reasons I knew that was because I was on Twitter and I saw people complaining that it was a musical, that they didn't know and they felt gypped. And honestly, I feel like you probably should have known because it took way more inspiration from the Gene Wilder one, which was a musical. And even the Johnny Depp one kind of is because there's still all the Oompa Loompa songs. But you know what? I figured, I don't know. I didn't watch the trailers for it because, once again, I did not have high expectations, but my friends wanted to go see it and I saw it. And like I said, it was way better than I expected. It was good. In Mean Girls, I saw the trailer for that in theaters. I was going to see Five Nights at Freddy's with my girlfriend, and I saw the trailer, and she's a big fan of Mean Girls. I'm a big fan of Mean Girls, the original one. And I did not know that it was a musical until the very end, where she sings the song from Meet the Plastics. But in the movie, apparently, it's just Meet Regina George. The rest, Karen and Gretchen's parts aren't in it, which is kind of stupid, I think. I mean, how is it Meet the Plastics if you don't meet the plastics? You only meet one plastic. It's Meet the Plastic, Meet Regina George. Whatever. But she talked about a musical. I was just thinking that through that entire trailer, it didn't look like a musical. So I wanted to actually go back with you guys and look at the trailers for those movies and see if it's obvious enough that it's a musical. Okay, so here's the deal. I recorded everything else a few days ago. And at the time, for my reaction to the trailers, I just watched the first trailers to both movies live. Just my first time watching both of them fully, but I messed up, and I forgot on the recording the software I was using to record my screen. I forgot to turn the audio recording off, and it sounded awful, and I couldn't get it to sound good because my voice was on both on the camera and on the audio thing, and it would have taken way too much work to maybe make it sound good. Maybe. When I was doing that, I determined that neither of the first trailers had enough footage of the musical dances and sequences and songs or anything to indicate that it was a musical. So what I'm actually going to do here for the actual video, I feel like this is way more professional. I'm going to analyze exactly how long each one is. I'm going to like actually check and do the research and see do I think like how much of the trailer is a musical, how much actually shows the movie for what it is, how much deception is really going on here. Okay, so the way I did this was I took each trailer, I recorded them, and then I put them in my editing software and just cut the recording, cut the video at points where a moment started that to me indicated that it was musical. So a dance number, an original song from the movie, or something that at least seemed like an original song from the movie. And then I cut it at the end of that moment just to see how long each section was, how long each of those sections added together made up the trailer. What percentage, essentially, roughly, of that trailer shows that this movie is a musical. And for the first Wonka trailer, that was less than 20 seconds. It was about a 20-second. I put all the clips together. It's 4 clips. I put them all together, about 20 seconds. But also, I have to account for the fact that some of the moments were so brief that I had to cut the clip just a second before, cut the clip just a second after, just to make sure I fit the whole thing. and I did a little extra. I didn't want to do any less, and that is a problem because the trailer for Wonka is 2.5 minutes long. 20 seconds, even if we're being generous, give it the whole 20 seconds. That is less than 25% of the trailer, showing that this is a musical. And the trailer is fun. I admit that. I did not watch these trailers until I decided to do these videos, and it was fun. But also, I feel like it gives too much away. But that's a totally different problem that maybe I'll make another video about, the deceptive world of just trailers in general. But right now, I'm just talking about deception in musical trailers. And I'd say that this is a deceptive trailer because it does not show enough of any sort of music to show anything. And that's not good.
Oh, I don't think I want to hear that.
Too late. I've started dancing now. Once we've started, we can't stop.
Here are all the moments at once. There's this shot of a crowd dancing, and I guess that does last a little bit, but then it quickly ends. Then there's all the people moving their arms, and that's so fast I'm already talking to the next part, which just shows people kick dancing. And wow, see, just trying to describe each scene, I went way past what each scene was. And that is a problem. I have paused the video now right before the Willy Wonka part, the Oompa Loompa part. It's all a Willy Wonka part, pretty much. It's Wonka the movie. But I just tried to talk. The only scene I even got to mention, describe what it was while it was still playing, was the first one. And that was in the background. It wasn't even the main focus of the scene, especially not played with the audio of the trailer. That is an issue. That is a problem. Do you understand? The second trailer for Wonka failed even more, despite being 15 seconds longer than the first. I'd tell you that this one does much less of a job at showing that this is a musical, and that partially has to do with the way they decided to edit it. This trailer goes for showing longer parts of full scenes rather than the first one had a lot of brief moments of scenes, obviously lots of talking, but this one would play out scenes for a little bit longer, and it just didn't show any more music. It was 15 minutes longer, like I said, and I recorded the same amount of clips. And coincidentally, it did a lot of repeats. It repeated the arm thing. It repeated even shorter this time the crowd dancing in the background. It also showed a scene of Willie and Noodle dancing, but honestly, without knowing that song is that dance is part of a song, you may not even know. It could just look like them having fun. And then the one truly new thing it shows, because the last trailer did show parts of Wonka and Noodle hanging out, was a new Oompa Loompa song. And this one is even shorter than the first. I mean, the first one I showed you was completely brief. And here is the second one.
Oompa Loompa Loompa Diddy, I'm not in premium economy. Good night, sir.
That is so little. That is so little. That doesn't even feel like a full Oompa Loompa song. That's I don't know. I don't know what that is. He sings for one sentence. He does his little thing. He sings for one sentence. And to me, that is even more ridiculous. The fact that they could have done the first trailer, put that one out, and say, okay, hide that this one is musical with the first trailer. Fine, whatever. But then the second trailer, okay, this is for the people who are really interested. These are the people that actually shows you what this movie is, right? No, wrong. It does not do that in any way. It has to be purposeful. So once again, I am going to just put all the parts that I clipped together and just try to describe them as they go. Describe what they are as they go, because for the first trailer, I was not able to. And I will mention I did not get the other part of the people dancing in the crowd, but that's fine. I mean, you saw it in the first one. It's literally nothing new. Okay, let's go. Okay, so he jumps the ball and you see people dancing. Then there's the arm thing, and then there's the thing with Noodle dancing. Okay, cool. See, I managed to do that just barely. And okay, here's the Oompa Loompa thing. I had to speed through that because it sees people dancing with him in the hole. It shows the arm thing again, and and then there's Noodle, with their little part, and so once again, that without knowing it's a musical, I don't think you could even 100% say that is a dance number. I put it in. I was being generous. I felt bad, but mostly I feel like this is a bit ridiculous. Also, the fact that one of the reasons this trailer is so long is because it reuses so many scenes, including the musical number scenes. There's so many more musical number scenes, dance number scenes that they could include that they don't, that they just repeat, and it's really annoying. I just don't like that they do this. So I think the biggest thing to know and the biggest problem with Mean Girls 2024 is that it's not actually a remake of the 2004 movie. It is an adaptation of the Broadway musical Mean Girls. And that is a problem because it's not clear. It does not explicitly tell us anywhere that that's what it is. And that alone would cause so much fixing. It would fix everything, but no. The trailer is 2 minutes long, and I got 7 seconds of clips that in some way show that it is a musical. Two of those are dance numbers, zero of those are songs, and two of those are title card stuff. One is a thing that says a new twist from Tina Fey, which I think could definitely show you that hey, this is a musical. This is not like it. Anyway, you see that you're expecting something different from the 2004 version. However, we also see a lot of TikTok stuff in the trailer, and that could be it. We could see that, then see the TikTok version. Oh, okay, that's the twist. That's the twist from Tina Fey. But then the second part is probably the most indicative part, and is that the title card for the thing has a musical in the A. So the in the A for Mean Girls, there's a music note, and that's a really good indication. But why is that it? Like why isn't there anything else that says, "Hey, this is a musical"? Why isn't there songs from the musical? I don't think there is, because there is a song that plays over the trailer, but I'm pretty sure that's not from the musical. I could be wrong. I haven't seen it, but I don't think it is because there's no the song seems to be called Sweet Revenge, and there's no song called Sweet Revenge on the Spotify playlist of the thing. Okay, so once again, here's just a quick thing of everything I kind of consider a musical bit. There's some extra stuff, but whatever. That it's not much. It's really not much. It's so brief. It's too brief. So the second Mean Girls trailer is much shorter. It's only like a minute and 12 seconds, but I think it does do the best job of showing that it's a musical. And that is because of two very important things. One, it actually definitely has a song from the movie. It has Regina singing her part of the song, Meet the Plastics, etc. It's kind of more Meet Regina in this movie, I've heard. But either way, it has a direct song from the movie. And then at the very end, it ends with, it shows, buy the soundtrack online, or listen to the soundtrack online, whatever. And so that is actually a very good indication that it is a musical. But as far as showing dance numbers and stuff, nothing new. It's once again, it's still primarily edited like a common movie, just like a remake. It's not. It looks like it's still trying to hide the fact that it's a musical, although it is much more clear. It looks like it's trying to like sneak past that it's a musical. That's not a musical. It's weird. I think I have the answer why neither Mean Girls or Wonka was done. Because I remembered as I was working on this video that I think around November I saw this Deadline article, and I saw a tweet about it, and it was interesting what's in it. And let me read you this section from it. Again, I selected too much. Again, a great result for musical after the genre's postcode funk, and the studio intentionally didn't show Wonka as such in the trailers. Why? Apparently, test audience focus groups generally hate musicals, and the only way to get people in the theater with one is to trick them. If they get in the door and wind up enjoying themselves, then the businesses sell it for a studio on musical. This is the same reason why Lionsgate didn't lean to those beautiful country ballad numbers in Hunger Games: Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Marketing to set that prequel apart from the rest of its previous sequels. Test audiences don't like musicals. They said it themselves that Wonka was purposely not advertised as a musical, which means Mean Girls was purposely not advertised as a musical. They are doing this on purpose because they want to get the most money in the seats. But I think that this is stupid. Stupid beyond belief. Let me tell you why, okay? Let me tell you why. Because people love musicals, alright? There's a lot of people who love musicals. Sure, they're not for everyone. But But you know what this issue is causing the issue of people who don't know that's musical, who are going in and getting mad at the studios. The people, sure, they're about to so no one cares, that's the problem. The studios don't care, they make the money, people get mad and they don't care, people get the money. Oh, you're about to get too mad, you're about to get it sucks. But why? All I'm saying is the studios, they need to advertise these ad musicals, they need to advertise because there are people who I'm pretty sure would go to see the movie that they wouldn't want to see because it's musical. There's people who wouldn't go to see, there are target audiences for musicals, and they just need to show to them, right? People love musicals, people love musicals. And they just need to be clear, come on, please, guys, come on. It's like it's tricky marketing. Marketing is always deceitful. That's what it's deceitful marketing. To purposely show these movies, they're not showing musicals. To advertise them as something that they're not. They advertise these movies as like comedies, adventures, whatever. They don't advertise these musicals, and that they are like missing a big target audience, aren't they? I feel like it creates pressure to them too, right? Because people are out here complaining about Mean Girls that they didn't know was a musical. People are out here complaining about Wonka that they didn't know about a musical. And I'm sure there's tons of others. And I just think that something needs to change. Someone needs to call out to these issues. And it's me. I am the guy who calls out these issues. I am the hero of this story. Targeting advertisers, targeting big studios. I am a hero. And you should subscribe to my channel.